and plenipotentiary of the Republic of Belarus. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem. Good morning, Excellencies, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the India Trade Promotion Organization, I'd like to welcome you all to the 36th India International Trade Fair 2016. In line with the Prime Minister's vision, where the world will look towards India for the next big idea, the theme for this year's fair is Digital India. With over 7,000 participants this year, 24 countries and 285 overseas companies are represented at this event. South Korea is the partner country and Belarus is the focus country. Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand are partner states and Haryana is our focus state this year. We're very honored with the presence of the President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, and we warmly welcome him. I now request Shri L.C. Goel, Chairman and Managing Director, ITPO, to formally welcome the gathering.
Respected President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge for Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Honorable Minister of Electronics, Information Technology and Law, Government of India, Sri Ravi Shankar Prasad, Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, Sri Manohar Lal Khattar, Honorable Minister of Urban Development, Housing and Transport, Government of Jharkhand, Sri Chandreshwar Prasad Singh, Honorable State Minister for MSME, Government of Madhya Pradesh, Sri Uma Shankar Gupta, His Excellency Dr. Cho Hayan, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, His Excellency Mr. Vitali Prima, Ambassador of the Republic of Belarus, Commerce Secretary, Government of India, Srimati Rita Titotia, my colleague, Executive Director, ITPO, Mrs. Shubhra Singh, Excellencies, Honorable Ministers from Government of India and from states, senior officers of the Government of India and state governments, exhibitors from India and overseas, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of ITPO and everyone present here, it's a great honor for me to extend a very warm welcome to the Honorable President of India, who is with us to inaugurate the 36th edition of India International Trade Fair 2016. The Honorable President has been a perennial source of wisdom, inspiration, and strength for the entire trade and industry fraternity. I also feel privileged to welcome in our midst the Honorable Union Minister of State, Independent Charge for Commerce Industry. ITPO has been receiving valuable guidance and encouragement from the Honorable Minister to achieve greater excellence in every activity of its mandate. As you all know, Digital India is the theme of this year's IITF. I am told that the Honorable Union Minister of Electronics, Information Technology and Law has taken personal care and interest to ensure that Digital India Theme Pavilion captures all the initiatives recently taken by the Government of India under the Digital India program and e-governance. I have immense pleasure in extending a very warm welcome to the Honorable Minister. ITPO greatly values the important role being played by partner and focus countries and Indian states in every IITF. Our special welcome to the Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, Honorable Ministers from Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand, and His Excellencies from the Republics of Korea and Belarus. Besides, all of you present here are our special guests. I have great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you. Demonetization of 500 rupee and 1000 rupee currency notes last week will go a long way in combating the menace of black money and corruption, apart from accelerating the pace of making the Indian economy cashless and also digital. The Honorable Prime Minister called it a festival of honesty and integrity, and also of savastha or purification. Today, another 14-day festival commences. IITF is a festival that manifests India's growing economic power, industrial prowess, and its rich cultural heritage. IITF is ITPO's flagship trademark event. Over the years, it has become a brand in itself, and today it is truly acknowledged as one of the largest international events. IITF has assumed added significance at a time when Indian economy is the fastest growing economy and India is emerging as a preferred investment destination. Our constant effort has been to make IITF better and bigger with each passing year. We have taken a number of initiatives to make the event more user-friendly. For lack of time, I am not getting into those details. With these few words, I once again welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of IITF 2016 and express our most sincere gratitude to the respected President of India for being with us this morning. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. We are delighted with the presence of the Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, and I request the Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry Independent Charge, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, to welcome him with a bouquet of flowers. We are honored to welcome Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Honorable Minister of State Independent Charge for Commerce and Industry, with a bouquet of flowers. We'd like to welcome Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad, Honorable Minister for Electronics and IT, with a bouquet. We'd like to welcome on the day Shri Manohar Lal Khattarji, Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, which is our focus state. We'd like to welcome Shri Chandreshwar Prasad Singh, Honorable Minister for Urban Development, Housing and Transport, Government of Jharkhand, which is the partner state at this fair. We'd like to welcome Shri Uma Shankar Gupta, Honorable Minister for MSME, Government of Madhya Pradesh, which is also our partner state. We'd like to welcome His Excellency Dr. Cho Hyun, the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, which is our partner country. We'd like to welcome His Excellency Mr. Vitale Prima, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Belarus, which is our focus country. We'd like to welcome Madam Rita Teotia, Secretary, Commerce. Shri L.C. Goyal, Chairperson and Managing Director, India Trade Promotion Organization. And Madam Shubhra Singh, ED, ITPO. I now request Mrs. Rita Teotia, Commerce Secretary, to please address the gathering. Respected President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, Respected Minister for Law and Justice, Electronics and Information Technology, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, Respected Minister of State, Independent Charge for Commerce and Industry, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Respected Chief Minister, Haryana, Shri Khattar, Honorable Minister, Urban Development and Housing, Government of Jharkhand, Honorable Minister for MSME and IT, Madhya Pradesh, Minister of State from Gujarat, Ambassador Korea, Ambassador Belarus, representatives from our partner countries, focus country, and partner states and focus states, members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen. The International Trade Fair at ITPO has continued to improve over the years. ITPO has made enormous efforts for holding this edition of the fair with improved logistics, innovation, and enhanced participation. We welcome South Korea and Belarus, which are participating as partner countries and focus country in the 2016 fair. I take this opportunity to stress the importance of South Korea as an extremely valuable trading partner of India, with whom we have a comprehensive economic partnership agreement since 2010. Our bilateral trade last year, that is in 2015, was a substantial 16.27 billion. With the visit of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, to the Republic of Korea last year, our relationship has received a very strong boost. A Korea Plus group has been created in the government as a single window in India to facilitate Korean investment. I would also like to place on record the cooperation we share with Belarus, which is the focus country for IITF this year, which has been developing dynamically over the last decade. During the visit of the Honorable President of India to Belarus, 7 MOUs were signed in the field of trade and commerce standardization, broadcasting, textiles, manufacturing, and defense. I am confident that this fair will provide an opportunity for further boosting our trade relations with both these countries. The Ministry of Commerce has been making extensive efforts to bring transparency and accountability in all its activities. Recently, the Director General of Foreign Trade has signed an MOU with the Goods and Services Network, the GSTN, to share the bank foreign exchange realization data. This will facilitate timely refunds to exporters and facilitate movement of capital. The EXIM Analytics dashboard, which was introduced recently and was championed very extensively by our minister, is now more user-friendly and would facilitate researchers, exporters, and the public to have a much more accurate picture of the profile and trends of foreign trade performance in India. This fair is designed to fuel trade, foster investments, and incubate joint ventures in technology-intensive sectors, as well as to forge new industry-academia collaborations and partnerships. I am sure that all stakeholders will benefit from this confluence of business, trade, and leisure activities at the IITF 2016. I wish the event great success. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I'd now like to request Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad, Honorable Minister for Electronics and IT, to please address the gathering.
Shraddheya Rashtrapati Ji, my distinguished colleague in the Council of Ministers, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, respected Chief Minister of Haryana, Shri Manohar Lal Khattar Ji, distinguished ministers from sponsor states, His Excellencies, officers of the department, ladies and gentlemen. For me, it is indeed a matter of great pride that the Trade Fair Authority has chosen Digital India as the theme of this trade fair. We need to understand that there is a fundamental philosophy behind Digital India, initiated under the leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. And the philosophy is, we in India missed the Industrial Revolution for a variety of historical reasons. We also were late starters in the field of entrepreneur revolution. But we want to become leaders in the digital movement currently going in the world to make India a more empowered society. We wish to bridge the digital divide between the digital haves and digital have-nots. And as I always say, Digital India is more for the poor, for the underprivileged, those who are on the margins. हमारी सोच है, हमारी चाहत है कि एक मजदूर, एक रिक्शा वाला, एक ठेले वाला, एक गरीबों के बीच काम करने वाला अपने हाथ के मोबाइल फोन से अपने भविष्य की संभावनाओं को और मजबूत करे, ये हमारी सोच है. And therefore, upon the strength of the digital foundation of India, ladies and gentlemen, in a population of 125 crore, India today has 103 crore mobile phone. In a population of 125 crore, India today has 107 crore Aadhaar verifiable digital identity. In a population of 125 crore plus, we are very soon going to have 50 crore internet, landline and wireless. And the second philosophy underlying Digital India is banking the unbanked, funding the unfunded, pensioning the unpensioned, securing the unsecured. And in all this, digital foundation is going to play a very crucial role. That is Digital India. And how we are doing that? Yesterday you must have heard that our Prime Minister declared that Jan Dhan account, those who were out of the banking system, has reached 25 crores. We linked up their account with their Aadhaar, their mobile, and seeded to the bank. And by giving them all the pro-poor subsidies and benefits, we have saved 36,000 crores in the last 1 year because of application of digital technology. Digital governance is good governance. Digital delivery is faster delivery. Digital ecosystem is transparent ecosystem. And therefore, from services to pro-poor initiative for the farmers, in the field of hospital, in the field of scholarship, and a whole range of other initiatives we have taken over the years. And I'm very happy that the state governments are equally marching ahead by digitizing their records, digital delivery of services, because Digital India does not have any divide of state or center. Digital India is ideology neutral. Digital India is only India positive. That's what we are doing. And to awaken the latent potential of Indians, we are going with a mass digital literacy program of making 6 crore Indians digitally literate. हम देश के आम आदमी के हाथ में डिजिटल दुनिया की ताकत देना चाहते हैं. And the way India is changing, and I must tell you, ladies and gentlemen, and Shraddheya Rashtrapati ji, I have been an activist for my student life, but the sheer game-changing happening in India by the application of digital technology only shows the digital appetite of every Indian. That's what is happening. We have laid the foundation of nearly 2 lakh plus common service centers which are in hinterland, in small villages, in mufassil towns. वो रेलवे का टिकट बनाते हैं, पासपोर्ट बनाते हैं, आधार कार्ड बनाते हैं, बैंकिंग सेवा, इंश्योरेंस सेवा, डिजिटल लिटरेसी. A new kind of entrepreneurship is happening in India powered by the digital technology. We are going to tap all this. And we are also not ignorant of the needs for cyber security initiative to be firmed up more. We are also encouraging electronic manufacturing in a very big way. I'm also the Minister for Electronics. When we had become, our government has come, we had only 11,000 crore of investment. Now it has crossed 1,26,000 crore. And I'm happy to tell you, in the last 1 year, 40 new mobile manufacturing units have come in India making mobile phone, and 10 new units making spare parts. And I wish to thank the ambassador of Korea. A lot of Korean companies have also come. We want to make India a big hub of electronic manufacturing. Come on, make in India for the big market of India and also export outside. Therefore, from services to delivery to digital literacy to infrastructure, I wish to inform here the distinguished audience that we are going to connect 250,000 gram panchayats of India by optical fiber network. When our government had come, only 358 kilometers of optical fiber had been placed in nearly 3 years. We have installed 1,42,000 kilometers of optical fiber in 2 years, 3 months. That's the speed with which we are working. Surely, we have to make India an empowered society. We have to make India an inclusive society. And Digital India is the mean to give a transparent government, an honest government, a faster government, and accountable government. And all of us, the ministers, Nirmala, the Prime Minister, all of us today on social media, we take complaints on social media, we address the people's concern on social media, and also given a MyGov platform for larger engagement of people of India, so that, come on, give your advice for correction, for improvement, for development. And the biggest advice came from crowdsourcing. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is our great theme. And we asked the people of India to give the logo for Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And the Jan Dhan name was given by them. And the 2 specs of Gandhiji was suggested by them as the logo for Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. That is the kind of engagement people of India want. I'm very happy. I congratulate the Trade for Authority for selecting this great theme of Digital India, which is designed to empower India for a better future. Namaskar, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I'd now like to request Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Independent Charge, to please address the gathering.
Respected President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, my senior colleague in the Council of Ministers, Minister for Law and Justice, Electronics and IT, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, ministers from the participating partner countries, my colleague, Commerce Secretary, Chairman and Managing Director of ITPO, the representatives from partner countries, focus country, partner states and focus states, members of the diplomatic corps, participants from India and overseas, media representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure and I'm honored by the very presence of our Rashtrapati ji in this event. He's always stood by the trade fair and also the Commerce Ministry for our major events. I particularly put on record my gratitude to the Rashtrapati ji for coming in voluntarily, readily to inaugurate this 36th edition of the trade fair, which draws people from all over the world, and the participants are largely small and medium entrepreneurs. So it gives great support when the Rashtrapati of the country stands by us and is ready to inaugurate a wonderful event of this nature, which the ITPO has put up. This is always proven in all its earlier editions as one of the major successful platforms for interaction of business from different parts of the world, particularly of the SME nature. And not just the business-to-business interaction, which has always been fruitful in this gathering of Pragati Maidan, but it has also been a great attraction for the Indian public. You have citizens coming from all over the country to benefit from the exposure here and also from the trade links that they build up as a result of coming together in this wonderful week in November. And as a result, business has improved. I must say that in spite of being in a very depressed demand situation globally, Our exports have shown a good increase in September, grew by about 4.62% in US dollar terms. And if we were to look at it as Indian rupee terms, it grew by over 5%. And that is a very significant development considering that the previous 19 months went with negative growth. So there is hope. There is definitely a prospect for our exporters who are struggling and also performing in a very difficult situation. Similarly, because of the policies of this government, very clear and policy-driven, not discretion-driven policy of this government, the FDI has improved. The flow of capital into this country has improved. I'd like to say in the first quarter of this year, we've had a 30% increase, and we've received 21.62 billion US dollars in FDI. So India has clearly sustained its image in the last 2.5 years as a shining star, is performing and showing the growth which is required and which is actually proving as an engine for the global growth itself. So we, together with some of the Far East countries, emerging markets, are proving as the most dynamic of economies, and as a result, a show like this, a trade fair like this, where immense number of small and medium entrepreneurs come and interact, is only the best place to be in India, and therefore I think there will be a lot of economic successful activity during this trade fair. Tourists have also come into Delhi during this time because that's the best time to do business and also go around India. The season also helps us in doing this kind of an activity at this time in Delhi. I'd certainly like to congratulate the ITPO for putting up a very grand show. The theme this time, as the minister who spoke just a while ago, is Digital India. And India is really transforming the way Indians do business, Indians communicate, and therefore the Digital India theme, which is chosen by ITPO, is only just appropriate, and it exposes to the larger world as to what are the benefits of literally moving onto the digital platform, not just for information sharing, but for transacting businesses, making payments, and attracting international business also. So I would like to, in this context, say a particular word of appreciation to the ITPO for, in this context of demonetization, about which all of us are talking, for having made that extra effort and getting the SBI to have extra kiosks and ATMs here, counters here, to make sure that the people who come to do business or visitors who come to see the expose do not suffer for want of cash. I will praise the ITPO for having been thoughtful to interact with the bank and get more counters here, and to assure the public that payments here will not suffer for want of cash. So the interface which the bank has been brought in by the ITPO is well worth the effort, and that will assure the customers that they are not going to have a difficult time coming into trade fair this year, given the particular circumstance. It's a multi-stakeholder show, and therefore every one of the shareholders are worth a word of appreciation for the effort that they put to put up the brilliant stalls that they do here. And therefore, with all their efforts, I think a fair trade practice is being established each year here in Pragati Maidan. And I thank all of you all who come here, one and all, who come here to participate in the inauguration of this wonderful national level international fair. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request the Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, to please address the gathering.
Good morning. Sri Ravi Shankar Prasad, Minister of Law and Justice and Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Sri Manohar Lal Khattar, Chief Minister of Haryana, Sri Chandrasekhar Prasad Singh, Minister of Urban Development, Government of Jharkhand, Sri Umar Shankar Gupta, Minister of MSME, Government of Madhya Pradesh, His Excellency Dr. Cho Huan, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, His Excellency Mr. Vitale A. Prima, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Belarus to India, senior officers of the Ministry of Commerce and organizations of ITPO who have organized this IIFT. I am indeed very happy to have this opportunity to be present on the 36th edition of Indian International Trade Fair. This is being held every year on 14th November, which is also the birth anniversary day of first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. This fair is a mega projection of the new India that is fast taking shape. It showcases the vision of glorious tomorrow, a spirit of excellence and achievement, and unparalleled investment opportunity through the prism of Make in India, Digital India, Clean India initiatives taken by the Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. The fair symbolizes India's commitment towards bringing the benefit of economic reforms to its people from all walks of life, especially the underprivileged. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I am heartened to see the considerable presence of the foreign companies at this fair. I would like to make a special mention to India's continued endeavor of empowering and bringing together all constructive forces for a better world. The recent BRICS and BIMSTEC summits have created a great reservoir of goodwill, which is vital for consolidating our economic and cultural linkages and social bonds with the countries across the world. India has always believed in the stability and growth of our neighboring countries. Putting people first is the guiding philosophy of our development cooperation partnership. Focused on an agenda aimed at regional harmony, peace and prosperity, we look forward to working together in priority areas such as infrastructure, developmental connectivity, capacity building, education, healthcare, and setting up of developmental projects. India is working with like-minded countries in multilateral organizations, including United Nations, to play an enhanced role in diverse fora, from the Arctic Council and to the Pacific Alliance and to the United Nations Security Council, for which India has legitimately staked its claim to be a permanent member of the organization. Apart from economic dimensions, I believe that a fair such as IITF provides an excellent opportunity to introspect on challenges, integrate minds, and prepare strategies for the mammoth task of nation building. As India strives to become a manufacturing hub in diverse sectors, it needs to increase its energy resources without compromising on the environmental aspects. Factors such as demography, development, and urbanization exert tremendous pressures on availability of resources. Large-scale utilization of resources impacts adversely on the environment. Industry, therefore, needs to adopt eco-friendly measures and technologies. I am happy to note that the present government is focusing greater attention on renewable energy sectors. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as there is a considerable presence of the foreign countries along with the Indian states and union territories in the fair, I would like to share with you that a range of reforms being currently undertaken, including GST, shall enable the states and the union territories to compete with each other in attracting investment and business opportunities. Over the medium and long term, these reforms shall also hopefully result in creation of jobs, thus contributing to the growth impulses in the economy. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's a matter of great satisfaction that the Ministry of Commerce and Industry has taken an excellent initiative towards improving the ease of doing business in India with added emphasis on simplification and rationalization of existing rules, procedures, and process. Government's recent initiatives on e-governance have begun to show results in terms of more efficient and effective delivery of the public services. I recall having been associated with IITPO and IITF while serving the government in different capacities. I am pleased to note and to see them grow into larger and more inclusive platform now. I take this opportunity to welcome the global business community who have converged here to further trade and business relations. It is encouraging to note that IITF this year is seeing the presence of 7,000 participants, including representations from 24 foreign countries, almost all states and union territories of India, Apex public sector enterprises, and the MSME and CAPART. Pavilions with around 800 rural artisans and craftspersons. I am told that the National Minorities Development and Finance Corporation for the first time is participating along with 100 artisans in this fair this year. I congratulate them. I compliment ITPO for the theme of Digital India this year. Digital technologies, e-commerce, e-enabled and mobile services are major components of e-governance and will over time contribute significantly to GDP growth. We, at the same time, also need to make use of abundant renewable resources to create a society that is self-sustaining and mindful of its responsibilities towards the present and future generations. I believe that IITF will reinforce Indian brands that will, in the first instance, compete and win against the dominant international players in the domestic market being venturing overseas. I especially welcome the foreign friends, exhibitors, delegates, and members of the diplomatic corps to this event, which is considered as a microcosm of India, a land of vibrancy, culture, spirituality, and peace. I extend my good wishes to all participants from India and overseas, especially the partner country, the Republic of South Korea, and the focus country, Belarus. The partner states for the IITF this year are Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand, while Haryana is the focus states. I hope all three of them will make full use of the opportunities that this fair presents to them. I am happy to note that ITPO has special measures this year to improve the facilities offered to visitors, such as online sale of tickets, online booking of space, providing Wi-Fi facilities, introducing a separate award category for the best state pavilion dedicated to the Swachh Bharat initiatives within the state pavilions, and providing details of the fair on mobile applications for convenience of the visitors. Team ITPO, as well as all associated service agencies, deserve to be complimented for the excellent arrangements, logistics, and facilities that are now going to be provided to the users. I am confident that the 36th edition of this fair will promote business, convergence, and cohesiveness among the investors, manufacturers, and retailers. I will also hopefully create a better understanding and awareness of the Digital India, Make in India, Clean India campaigns. With these few words, I declare India International Trade Fair 2016 open and wish all of you the very best and success in your business trip. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. And finally, to propose a vote of thanks, I invite Madam Shubhra Singh, ED, ITPO.
Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, Honorable Union Minister of Electronics, IT and Law, Government of India, Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, State Ministers from Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand, Excellencies from South Korea and Belarus, Commerce Secretary, Government of India, CMD ITPO, Excellencies, Delegates, Media Representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of ITPO, it is my honor and privilege to convey deep gratitude to the Honorable President of India for his gracious presence as the chief guest on this occasion and for inaugurating the India International Trade Fair 2016. Sir, we are aware of your extremely tight schedule today, and your presence here is a great motivation for all participants, especially for Team ITPO. We value the gracious presence of the Honorable Minister of Electronics, IT, Law and Justice, Government of India, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, especially when Digital India is the theme of the fair. Thank you, sir. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the continued guidance of the Honorable Minister of State, Commerce and Industry, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, who has always been there as a pillar of strength and support. We greatly value the presence of Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, Shri Manohar Lal Khattar, and the MSME Minister from MP, Shri Uma Shankar Gupta ji, Shri Chandreshwar Prasad Singh, Minister Urban Development, Housing and Transport Development, Jharkhand, on this occasion. Their presence underlines the strength and vivid shades of Indian federal structure through participation of the states in the fair. Our special thanks to the Honorable Ambassadors of South Korea, Dr. Cho Hyun, and Ambassador Vitali Eprema from Belarus. We hope your country's participation in the fair as partner country and focus country will contribute significantly to showcasing of your culture and strengthen trade ties with our country. I would also like to thank respected Commerce Secretary for her unstinted support to ITPO, especially in the context of the ambitious redevelopment plan which is on the anvil. May I also acknowledge the support of participating countries, state governments, PSUs, institutions, trade exhibitors, cultural fora, and visitors. Extending our warm greetings and felicitations to the APEX international, central, and state bodies, we also compliment the law enforcement agencies for their painstaking effort to provide safe and secure environment to the exhibitors and visitors. Last but not the least, our sincere thanks goes to the media for their support in information dissemination. I sincerely wish all the best to the exhibitors and visitors of the IITF 2016 and hope their experience in the fair is successful, enjoyable, and memorable. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request all of you to please stand for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this inaugural ceremony. Please remain in your places till the President and our other dignitaries leave the dais. Thank you all for joining me here this morning. I'm Sukanya Balakrishnan. Goodbye.